Alright, we're going to graph some lines. Two ways it can be given to you, either in slope-intercept form, which we're used to, or standard form, which we don't prefer quite as much typically. But slope-intercept form, remember, is y equals mx plus b. Call it slope-intercept form because this is the slope and this is the y-intercept. So slope-intercept. So 3 is the y-intercept. So I'm going to go up 3 on the y-axis, and that's our starting point. That's the initial amount that you pay, and then this is the slope, the amount you pay every month or every hour or whatever it is. So it's down -2, and sometimes we like putting a 1 underneath there so you can go down 2 and over 1, because people like seeing the rise over the run. Point is, we know it's going down, and you can continue the pattern if you want. And so there's our line right there, and you just go with it. This next one looks a little different because it doesn't have a b, so you can think plus 0. It's got a y-intercept of 0, and so it goes right through the middle, call it the origin, and we go rise 1 and run 4. That's our slope, rise over run. So up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could go the other way, or you could continue, go down 1 and left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, as time goes on, we're talking left to right, and so it's got to rise to the right if it's a positive slope. 2 is our y-intercept. And our slope is -3/5, so again it's got to be going down. So down 1, 2, 3, and run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what that equation looks like. That's what the line looks like, and we're good to go. Now, what you can also have is standard form. That's when you have it in Ax plus By equals C. Now, standard form isn't quite as easy because you just don't have two starting points. But what you can do is find x and y intercepts. To find an x-intercept, where it crosses the x-axis, we know that y equals 0 because you haven't gone up and down at all. So if you plug in y equals 0, 2x minus 6 times 0 equals 18. So I plugged in 0 for y because I'm trying to look for the x-intercept. So that means that crosses out completely because -6 times 0 is 0. 2x equals 18. Divide by 2, x equals 9. So our x-intercept is 9. Our y-intercept, where it crosses the y-axis, well, that's where x equals 0. Because you haven't gone left or right at all. So if you plug in a 0 for x, 2 times 0, minus 6 times y equals 18. Then 2 times 0 is 0, minus 6y. And I don't have to write the 0 because 0 is nothing. Divide by -6, y equals -3. So down 1, 2, 3. And you can connect your x and y intercept with a line. And there you have it. So that's using standard form to find the x and y intercept. You don't have to do it that way. You can also, and that's the way we're going to do it here, you can make it like how we did 1, 2, and 3. by putting it in slope-intercept form. So how we do that? How do we do that? We add 3x to the other side because we're trying to get the y by itself. So 4y equals, and you can say 9 plus 3x. I'm going to say 3x plus 9 just because then it's slope and intercept. But we don't quite have it. We have to get the y by itself. So we divide by 4. Y equals 3/4 x. Remember that both of these parts has to be divided by 4. Think of it as multiplying by 1/4. So 9/4. Not very pretty for a y-intercept, but that's 8 1/4. 8 divided by 4 is 2, so that's 2 1/4. So I'm going to be right here, 2 1/4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up 3 and over 4, because my y changes 3/4 for every x. So up 3 and over 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stay up around the quarter mark. Up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. So stay up around the quarter mark and then just go from there. Act like you're. So there's our other way of doing standard form. Get it into slope-intercept form that you find easier. Or put it in by finding the x and the y-intercepts by plugging in 0 and 0. Some people call that the cover-up method, because when you plug in 0, it completely disappears and it turns into the equation we had. But that's besides the point. So, two ways we had it: slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. That's the slope. This is the y-intercept. Standard form, ax plus by equals c. Not quite as useful, but you can put it in slope-intercept form, or you can find the x and the y-intercepts. Good luck graphing lines.